Okay, so in this video I would like to take you through the process of packaging unframed pastel painting. Something like this. This painting had been created with a soft pastel on a Clairefontaine pastel mat. And I'm getting it ready to be posted to another country. So there are a few things we will need for this. The first one is tape. I'm using my favorite tape, framing tape, Tessa. So then we will need a safety knife. So again, you can use whatever you prefer, whatever you've got. One of my favorites is also a knife, which is doing a good job. So as well as these items, we will need a foam board. We will need cutting self-healing mat and a ruler. Then we will need a glacine paper so to protect our painting, so it will go directly on our pastel painting. As well as this, there will be cling film, what I'm using for additional protection. Also cardboard. I'm reusing my boxes which I had. Then brown packaging tape and some tape like fragile, maybe some stickers, what you've got. Alright, let's start our packaging of our unframed pastel artwork. First of all, we need to cut two pieces from foam board. For this I'm using self-healing mat, as you see, and I just measured a slightly bigger size than the painting for the foam board, and you need to do with both of the pieces of the foam board so they are the same. The next step is to protect our painting. Actually, for this I'm using a glacine paper. You can buy it in the art shop, and in this case the size of my painting would fit perfectly. If I will fold my glacine paper, so my painting would go right inside this glacine paper. So when you will put painting inside it, carefully just cover it with the top of the glacine paper, and so we need to do it carefully to avoid any smudges. Then I bend the paper right under the painting, as you can see. So again, I do everything quite careful, trying to avoid smudges. For this is important not to move this paper on the top of our pastel painting, so you know it's all safe and nice. So then the underneath piece I'm folding on the top, and I will need to fix it with the paper which I'm using for framing. It's with the tape I'm using for framing. It's a Tessa tape which you have seen in the beginning of the video. Now we are putting the painting, which is already protected by glacine paper, on the first piece of foam board, which is going underneath. And the next step, again, we're gonna fix now our protected painting, which is in glacine paper, to the foam board. Again, using the same pieces of my framing tape, and just gently go all around. I do it randomly, so if you feel like you want to create some kind of, you know, nice symmetrical pattern, please go for it. So on the sides here, that's an interesting situation. My glisten paper didn't really cover, didn't go over to the sides. So I'm using this way which I thought about. So I got a little piece of paper, then I attach it to the tape and go over the top over the top of the painting. So you see, in this case the tape actually wouldn't go on the painting itself. That's what I'm trying to avoid, but at the same time it will be all firmly fixed to the board. I wouldn't recommend to go with this paper right on with this tape right on the top of your painting. So when it's all prepared nicely, taped, and as I said, you can create it a much nicer pattern with the tape, but I don't do things like this. So we cover it with our second piece of our foam board, and again the same procedure. So I'm using the same tape and fixing the top piece of foam board to the bottom where's our painting attached already. Right, now it's all nice and fixed. The next step will be to, obviously, if you have got some leaflets, some letters to put to your customer, that is always a great idea. What I do, I put a couple of letters, which like a thank you letter and care instruction, plus authenticity certificate, and nicely put it in the back. A couple of freebies, like a couple of greeting cards or any products you do. And then I've got this stickers which I ordered for my shop, which is nice little touch to, like, for the customers to receive. Plus, if you've got any photos, I put them which customer provided you with, I put them nicely in the bag as well, and it's all prepared to be posted. So, and again, I'm attaching everything nicely at the top of foam board, and so it's all not moving. Right, the next step, you can see I am protecting my already packed painting with a cling film, just in case, because when it's posted you don't really know what it can go through, maybe some rain or humidity, what could happen, but just to give it a bit more protection. Then ideally in the next step, what I always do, but on this video, by whatever reason I forgot, but I have done it later, so don't worry, I had to go like back and pack my painting, unpack my packaging and just wrap my painting in wrapping paper. So I usually do this, I never send it just like this. I don't know why, it's probably because I was doing video, I just forgot about it. But you can see the photo here I provided, so when you just nicely put it in a wrapping paper, any wrapping paper what you prefer, and maybe use some additional decoration, like I use a ribbon or something similar. Right, then the next step will be to put our pre-packed painting, which is in between foam boards and covered with cling film for protection. Usually I do try to reuse the cardboard boxes which I received frames in or something, so I'm trying to reuse these things. Sometimes they're like a perfect size, sometimes you just have to adjust the size, and you can see what I'm doing here. I'm actually creating the right size for my painting to go to this more firm cardboard. Using just scissors and this Stanley knife, you just cutting to the size this cardboard. What I noticed is working really well. So if you need to make a band, all you need to do is just take, for example, your scissors and without cutting it, just put the line from inside, and then it's easier to bend your cardboard to the shape. So just like this, as you can see on the screen, that's what I'm doing. So to make a bend, and just carry on creating the right shape. So I'm trying to make it tight around my painting, so it wouldn't move inside it. Then at the end, when I shaped up my cardboard, which is perfect now, I need to use some brown packaging tape. And you don't have to have this special tape dispenser or whatever it's called, I don't really know, but yeah, so you just can just simply tape it in with your hands, and so carefully going around, putting covering all the sides, all the edges with the tape. So when the brown tape is done, then next one will be to put a fragile tape. Even though this painting is not framed, it is always a good idea to put a fragile, because it will hopefully will be handled with more care. And so that's what I do put it from all the sides, and my last step would be to put a couple more stickers, whatever you think is really would do a good job. What I do, I put the stickers do not bend, so which it wouldn't be easy to bend this packaging, but just in case, just to remind them that it has to be handled with the care. So, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was helpful, and please feel free to write a comment, ask me any questions about the packaging, and I'd be absolutely happy to share with you all the knowledge I've got. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.